All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever place you're watching from. You welcome to today's live stream. All right. So I'm so sorry for the delay. I couldn't start on time here at 8 o'clock because I was having network issues, trying to sort my network out. The network that are close to me, I was trying to sort it out. It just actually didn't work out at 8 o'clock. Yeah, just going. I was already on seat, so yeah. So I went live at 8:11. Yeah, we had our first winner in which I already announced. I made a video recording on it. So we'll proceed with every other activities that we have for tonight. Yeah, we have four accounts to give, four accounts more to give. So we already have the first winner. So we're going to go into the other things that we have for today's live stream to improve your knowledge. Like I said in the video instruction, I said that we are going to be asking forex based questions. So if you are not knowledgeable in forex, sorry for you. So and it's going to be transparent, very transparent. So there'll not be any issues of false giveaway or we give false winners and so no, it's 100% transparent and by the grace of God we keep giving back to the community. And like I always say, don't hope on giveaways. It's just an extra thing. The purpose of this live stream, we all those of you that have been following me since 2023 2024 know that the purpose of this live stream is to increase your forex knowledge and to maximize profit that you make in the market. So the giveaway is just an added something. All right. So if you win, good, but don't always put your mind on in giveaway. You can participate. So if the account gets to you or whatever giveaway gets to you, then it's an added bonus to you. Yeah, because normally as a trader, you don't get to trade one account, you trade multiple accounts. Okay, so if it gets to you, good for you. So guys, yeah, we welcome you guys. You're welcome. Yeah, my name is David Unwe, the founder of First Media Forest Academy. In case you don't know from me, you're just scrolling through YouTube and you want into this live, you're welcome to the meeting. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me 08018 So but if you're not in Nigeria, you can use the +2348182476016. All right. So that is it. Let's rock and roll quickly. So the first market we're going to be revealing after the first market to go into the forex based questions for the next account and you have to be fast enough. Like I said, the informations, the answer I'm going to be getting that's going to display on my screen are the people that I'm going to pick, like the first person. So please and please don't come to my DM telling me that you sent message first, that you were the first. There was an issue like that in the last live stream that they sent their message that the winner. So I said, no, I addressed this, that your network might not even send that message at that time. So it is what was received on my screen is what I am going to work with. Okay, some persons are using different network flows and the rest, but try as much as possible to be using fast network. Like I said, it's the one that appears on my screen I'm going to be using. Okay, the one that appears on my screen. All right. So I'm not the one that you sent that you said that you are the first. No, please don't come to me like that. We are not biased in the account giveaway. It is strictly fair. All right. If you check out the cost for one account, it's almost 60K, and there've been a lot of accounts given so far. Now imagine the money spent to acquire such accounts. You should know that come on, it's no joke. All right. So let's proceed into the next thing that we have in line. Look at the first market. So we already have the first winner. I'm going to announce it at the end of this live stream. So we just work with the remaining four that we have. And if by the grace of God, I'm touched by the spirits, I could add more accounts. You know, I've done that before. I've added like 2 accounts extra, like giving 6, 7, giving scholarship as well. So as the spirit leads, I may add more by the grace of God. All right. So the first market we're going to be looking into some of you know BJ Worldwide. So there's a pair sent to me that I should review. All right. So I looked into it and it looks promising. I said, okay, I'm going to look into what we have. All right. So we are going to be looking at USD Now I made a post on something that market has been, hitting people's SL and probably some persons are in break even, some persons are in profit, some persons are in loss, and I can tell you there are more people with losses. So you need to understand times and season and the period you are expected to trade, how often you should trade, or whether you should reduce your trading capacity or so. Yeah, there's times and season. This first quarter of the year is kind of shaky. If you notice, if market has made you to feel like you are done, you don't know how to trade, you don't have to beat yourself up. It's that time of the year, all right? So that kind of thing can happen. But by the grace of God, we are moving to the second quarter. Everywhere should be fantastic. So if you've not been trading before, make sure you phone the account, intern trade or purchase a 10 trade account. All right. So because this second quarter we're entering is going to be awesome. You see, second quarter, third quarter, and maybe fourth quarter, but you see, second and third quarter, those are the two periods you actually have very well to trade like a madman. But always remember to apply proper risk management. Okay, so fantastic period you are entering. So if you're going to miss out, that's your problem. If you are demo trading, that's your problem. Make sure you're doing your trading life and following the right things that you need to do. All right. So this past week, um, I didn't make money. I made loss this past week, and we made loss in the founder traders group. Yeah, it's happened. So, but we apply proper risk management. So, by the grace of God, we're looking forward to more profitable trades this week. So, please, whatever signal have been sent or trades have been sent, don't go all in. Don't go all in. Even the best of the best trader can chop loss. All right. So don't go all in. I always apply proper risk management. I know one of you have been a victim of where maybe your big idolos that drive Lambo or so they drop signal, you take a trade because of this your idolo. Then before you know it, your account bust. But then they are still in profit or they still have accounts to weeks. They still have trade to take. So please, no matter what, no matter who, always apply risk management according to your account size. Preservation of capital is key, whether you're trading prop or you're trading live account. Please just do the needful. I wish everybody a successful trading week. Let's dive right into it. So we are looking at USDJB. I'll try as much as to be fast. Before 9 o'clock, I should be done. And I'm serious. I know I've been saying this for like 2 years, 3 years. And I'm serious. Before 9 o'clock, I should be done. Don't spend so much time, guys. Okay, so USDJPY. Yeah. Now, we are going to look at what we have. The trend of USDJPY on the daily, we'll look at it very well. Now, if you know reversal patterns, whether you're trading price action, you're trading Osmodo and SMC, so you should pay close attention to reversals. Now, those of you that have trained, I told you guys that your higher time frame has a higher chance of changing the direction of market, all right? Not just changing, you're expecting. So your higher time frame POIs or liquidity are very, very valid. They have very strong momentum. Why? Because they control the lower time frame. Now let's look at what we have in the daily. Now, this is the highest point that price has gotten to on USDJPY. This is the highest high. All right. Now, before the highest high, we have a previous higher high here in this point. All right. So this is what we have. Now, where did the candlestick close? So we are going to look at where the candlestick closed. So now I want you guys to notice something, that from here to here, this is like a rejection block liquidity. All right. So price is reacting off of that zone on the first place, second, and third. So from this line to this line here, price is reacting massively. Now it's like a psychological level that you need to pay utmost attention. Now, if you now look at the highest high right there, in this highest high that you have here, higher high, you're having a reversal pattern here in which price change direction. So it's a very, very strong zone. And price now rejecting below it where price change direction. If you notice here, please, if you are using a low quality on YouTube, please change it ASAP so you can see clearly what you are doing. And don't participate with your phone in portrait mode like this. Make sure it's landscape mode so you can see clearly. Portrait mode, you may develop eye problem if your Gary is too much. Don't do that. Make sure it's like this. All right, so let's continue. So this price change direction from here, and note this is a daily time frame. The change direction from here, that's the market structure shift. So we're paying close attention to that. Now price is rejecting off of this place. So there's a high tendency that price is going to dump now, because looking at this overall thing that we are having a Quasimodo pattern, a reversal pattern, a head and shoulder right here, in which has changed direction. Okay, so price has come back to this psychological level. So you need to watch closely. So inside this psychological level, we now have a high that is higher than this high. So let's scale for that to 4 hours. So this is that high here mapped out. So at this high, we can see a rejection on these two zones, 1 and 2. So what the price do? So we're going to work with the informations here. We know price is bullish, but it is bullish into a psychological level of a higher time frame. So let's notice how price sold down. I think one of my special group on WhatsApp, those are private students that I train one-on-one. I put them together after they have been trained one-on-one. Someone sent a chart of JPY being bullish, or so one of the JPY pairs. I said the JPY is bearish, so you should trade carefully. And what happened? The market dumped rapidly and rejected off of where a higher time frame order block, which is the 4 hours here, sitting right here. Notice when price come in there, what happened? Price spiked up. Now, this spike corresponds with what I've trained you guys so far, that when you have market rally down with speed, there will be a corresponding movement in price. Now, this is what happened. You don't just took it inside. You watch out for point of interest that has liquidity that has been taken. All right. So there's a trend line liquidity from here to here that price came to sweep and tap into the other block here, thereby making market to react massively. So where is the market currently at? Market is here. So what are we working with? What is the information that we're working with? So we scale down to 1 hour. Do note that this line here and this line above is still the higher time frame psychological level where price is reacting from. So what does that mean? Sales is likely going to come in at any point in time. So, but we're working with the charts that we have here for us to look for a trade to enter. All right, so we zoom out. So we have this break. We have this break of structure. Then inside here, we have another break of structure. So thereby giving us a double break of structure to the downside. All right. So since we have this like this, now what POI is closest to where we have market at? We have a breaker sitting here. Now, then we have the liquidity, in which the liquidity has mitigated the breaker. So you can call it inducement. Inducement and liquidity are the same thing. So that's mitigate the price rejected off of that place. So now what is next in line? What is the POI closest with rejection for price to sell? So let's scale to 15 minutes. All right. So we have this in 15 minutes here. Price, this is where price is currently at, selling downward. Now, what am I looking at? I'm looking at price selling from our breaker block here. So within this range here, price is likely going to sell. But before it comes back to give us a sweet sell, what do we have as the internal trade? Now let's observe what we have as internal trade. We have a break of structure, BOS. Then we have another break and then equal highs here. All right, so meaning that we have a double break of structure here. I don't like writing these things to slow me down. So I'll just mark it out with line. So price is rejecting off. Why do we have our liquidity? Yeah, our liquidity did not mitigate our breaker. So what am I anticipating in the market? I'm anticipating that price is going to come, take out this liquidity, then push up ahead like this. Yeah. So Overall, because of price is doing what? Inside the higher time frame region. Don't forget, I'll mark out that line. Look at it. This is the top to the bottom here. So price is playing around here. So that's why if you notice that some of your trades that you might have taken in USD JPY or JPY Pesa, is basically USD JPY, some each profit, some does not. But this place is a very integral part in the higher time frame. Is I'll call all this that is happening here multiple reversals that are happening. So when you're buying, you have to be careful. All right. Yeah. So I expect price to buy up to this point. Then where am I looking at to sell? Anything that will make price come high. Know that there is a change, there is a fundamental that has dropped that changed the momentum of markets. Let's go back to higher time frame so you can see what we are talking about. Daily, yeah, so this is it. I told you price is reject and this is a psychological level from up to this point here. So is a region for more sales to come in. This is the highest point that price got to, and it changed character here. All right. So I still expect USD to dump, USD JPY to dump. But for day trading, what are we looking at for? That is what I have broken down for you guys. I expect price to come, sell down to this point, buy. Then I'll look for entries. You see all this place I'm looking for me, I'm looking for sales. All right, this is just a temporary buy. I'm looking for sales. If that price now decides to take out our entry points, like I said, what I'm still looking out for is sales. Sell or opportunity on USDJPY. Why? Because it is playing around a higher time frame psychological level, which is here. Yeah, that is it, which is here. You see this guy, this rejection block is very powerful. It is causing a lot of havoc here. It is this rejection block here, this rejection block that caused this massive sell that you have here. This reject it dump is it came back there and it's still, trust me, see this guy is very strong and it's coming from a higher time frame daily for that matter. So trust me, you'll be having more sales. That's why I said I'm looking for more sales since price is playing around that. So I don't know if I've been able to establish lessons. So let's go back to what do we have here? Alexa said, "Boss, you should also adopt comedy as a good career." Why do you say so? What did I say something funny? I can't remember. I was just talking. Hope you guys got value already. Oh, thank you. Sir, I should remove the. Sorry, I didn't remove this. I'll take it out now. Sorry. Okay, it is out, guys. Are we fine? Hope I'm fine now. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. I don't know that was obstructing you guys' screen. So sorry, guys. So sorry. Oh, good family. Good family is here. He said, okay, look at what he said. Good family. I remember him. I think the last giveaway. I said, thanks for the previous giveaway, boss. May God strengthen you more. Now, if it was a false giveaway, like it is like I'm whining people, is it going to come out? I don't even remember that I gave it until I saw his comment. Now, good family. If you are in the last review, you should know that it was one of the people there. And the recorded session is still on YouTube. So I don't edit anything. As we just finish live, I post it on YouTube immediately. I don't edit anything for live stream. So there is no cheating of any sort. There is no selected people, So I don't know, maybe in your mind, but thinking that there are people that we've selected that will now call on live. Come on, it doesn't work. I'm even asking fastest finger. So if I ask you fastest finger, maybe there are selected people that I have in mind before the live. Tell me, is there a chance? The chance of them even winning is slim. Because what if their network fails and they are not the first to get the answer right? You understand? So come on. Please don't think like that. Okay. So I'll take this off now. Okay, Don Dola said he has a question. Okay, I can take question, one or two questions. If you have question, do let us know. I'll pick one or two. Please, reasonable questions. Reasonable questions. Don't ask me what I posted. I posted something on WhatsApp, and some of you were very, very amazed. You were just as one guy said to me that I thought you're a pastor. I said, did you see me have a church? Did I own a church? What do you mean? It's a general knowledge that I should know. A girl said, fine boy, let me be your POI. Then I said, fine girl, let me feel your FVG. Is there a problem with that? It is trading terminology. What does FVG mean? Fair value gap. Okay, so if you understand it somewhere else, that's your problem. Even the pastor you are saying, but say pastor no continue the whole pastor no get wife, pastor no get babe, forget to no reason am like that. We are all human beings, okay? So we are just here to make more money, catch cruise, enjoy our life, okay? And at most, don't forget to meet to don't forget heaven was at we always put it at the front of your mind to make heaven, okay? All right, guys, let's continue. So I'm done with the first review. So we're going to go to the next um, giveaway. I'm going to ask a question. So if you are using Glo or you are using one Chinese, no, not Chinese, Chinese is fine. Maybe you are using Congo network or Namibia net, that one concern you. So I'm going to ask a forest-based question. Just so you're ready. Hope you're ready, you. Good family say unbelievers will cry. Yeah. All right. So let's proceed. So my first question is this: are we ready? Fastest finger for the account giveaway. If in case you missed, I said we are entering into the second quarter of the year, and the second quarter, in case you don't know what quarter is, January, February, March is first quarter, April, May, June is second quarter, July, August, September is third quarter, September, October, November, December is fourth quarter, which is the last one. So we're entering second quarter, which starts from April. So I mean, second quarter of the year is usually fantastic into third quarter. So do you have this period to trade like a madman? If you are trading like a madman, apply proper risk management. Because if you blow your account on your own, don't come to my DM to cry. What I mean, you should be when I mean trade like a madman, you should be active. If they post signal, you trade. If they post YouTube live, you join. If you have signals of your own, you take. If you are what do I want to say again? If you want to learn forex, you learn. All right, you learn forex the right way. Okay, so guys, let's continue. Fastest finger, and the question is this: number two, yeah, second giveaway actually. That's what I meant. Are we set? Let's go. What confirms higher time frame bias? That's my question. Fastest finger. What confirms higher time frame bias? When you are following a live stream, make sure it's at the extreme end. You know, some of you are watching live stream from maybe you adjusted it, you just miss out. That's why in some cases you have already gone 30 minutes. 30 minutes, somebody will now be replying first answer. Like, come on, what are you using? Are you inside the ground or so? Okay. I've not seen any answer. What I'm saying daily chart pattern, pin bar, double top, double bottom, rejection, support and resistance, lower. Ah, I never get them. Oh, what's going on? Okay. Fastest finger, I've not seen my answer. It's just one answer, and I don't give options. All right. So, okay. I want to be kept so I don't skip anything. But I don't want any cheating of any such. Okay. when I come on live like this, guys, I tend to feel like I feel connected to everybody. You know, people that have gone through FS Media, people that's going to go through FS Media. Like I just there's this joy I usually have coming on live, and if you notice that I'm always laugh, smiling, and so I feel connected to past students, current students, you know, upcoming students, you know, people that are just scrolling through um YouTube. So I feel connected. You understand? Because it's nice seeing these wonderful names that I used to see before on my WhatsApp. All right, so we have Go Boy. Go Boy is the one that actually got the answer. He said large scale structure. That's the answer. Well, let me sorry, you know you guys are commenting and it's pushing up the comments, so I don't see it again. Let me look for it. Okay, okay, I think I have seen it. So this is Go Boy. He said large scale market structure. That is what it is. So it's the answer to my listening is structure. Okay, so it's a large scale market structure, which is also correct. So congratulations to Go Boy, you've gotten the second account. So transparent, no cheating of any such. All right, on to the next. Let's review the next market. So if you win an account, don't forget to chat me with proof, all right, on my WhatsApp after the live, not during the live. So we are going to look at the next market. The next market we have is Euro USD. The Euro USD charts. Please, when you are trading with TradingView, I've taught you guys this that you don't just use any chart. Okay, so most of these brokers that you have here, they are having the wrong. They're not like you are like calling the wrong charts. They don't have the 100% chart. In case you don't know, some candles may be different. That is, you may have bullish engulfing candle on Rwanda, and you may have pin bar on FXCM. Come on, you can confuse your analysis. Okay, you get that. You can confuse your analysis. Maybe you are trading CRT, you're trading SMC, ICT, Alchemist, and so it may just confuse your trading. So please, the one that I know that has your authentic forex chart is Rwanda FXCM and maybe Pepperstone, but I make use of Rwanda and FXCM. I have not. I think the others are kind of confusing in some ways. I just use Rwanda or FXCM. Okay. So FXCM chart, Euro USD. How many minutes do we have to 9 o'clock? We have 17 minutes. All right, so let's go. So this is the chart of Euro USD on a daily time frame. So let's check what we have on 1 week. Then trade is still on a promo, buy an account, buy an instant funded account, and you get the equivalent um evaluation account. Yeah, that is if you buy a $10,000 instant funded, you get an extra $10,000 evaluation. You guys have no idea how fortunate you can be. I'm telling you, in trading, in this trading a good prop account. Because during my time, there was no prop. Even the prop that was available that time was very expensive. We had to scale up with the little money that we have. So the amazing part is that if you feel you need prop is available to you on 10 trade. If you feel you want to trade with your real money, is available to you. There are 5 different kinds of accounts on 10 trade I can trade. You trade at your own pace. So that's why you see I use 10 trade because it's all in one broker. Very reliable, all right? Those of you have been following me, you know that the brokers I've been with past 2 or 3 brokers called 10 trade. They don't go each 1 year or 6 months. Something happened. I don't like that. So if you now notice intention is going to 3 years, imagine. So you should know that I focus on people that wants to grow and people that have authenticity that will help my community and us grow as well. The whole goal is to make money, right? So I want you guys to make money as well. That's why I bring best opportunities to you guys. So you have access to capital. If you don't want to trade that capital, you can trade your real money. Your choice, whichever one you want to do. And the interesting part is that when you trade with your real money, you are also getting paid for trading. I've explained this. I have a video on that. If you're trading with your real money or 10 trade, you lose a trade or you don't lose a trade, you are earning points that you can redeem. You can use to redeem any prizes there, different kind of prizes. Log into your 10 trade that can go to royalty house. So I think, yeah, go to many sections. You see all those things there. So it's up to you. The cocoa is win or win. It's not even win or lose, win or win. So if you're trading, whether you're making profit or not, you're accumulating points when you are trading your real account. Right? By the grace of God, something huge is coming, in which I'd like everybody to be part of it. I always bring the best for everybody that are connected to FX Media. So keep trading, keep getting better in your trading. All right. So let's go. USD. What's the overall trend for a weekly? Well, if you are swing trading, this will play a very, very big role. So let me give you guys a tip now that will help you. Listen attentively in your trading. We know that we go to higher time frame to trade, right? Then lower time frame we use for entry. Fantastic. Now, the best way to trade, the best way to trade is you don't just go extremely lower. Some of you are victims of extremely lower time frames because now, where you now place your stop loss, that is where the higher time frame wants to reverse market from. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. You now find out that trade hit your essay, then go your direction. Hit your essay and go your direction. So what is the best way? It's good to get sniper, but make sure your SL is in line with higher time frame like 30 minutes or 1 hour, minimum 15 minutes, minimum. Some of you go as low as 3 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes. Sniper entries are good, but make sure your SL still falls in line with higher time frame. And make sure you take good trades. Not every trade will be jumping. Trade that have high risk to reward. That's when you'll be able to scale up. Many of you are victims of getting stopped out. If you go and check higher time frame, you find out that higher time frame, that zone has not been stopped out. So that's the tip. Take it or you leave it. All right. So we have market trending to the downside like this, and yeah, taking out this trend line. So what do we have? Now, we're going to be working with the information that we have here. Now, on weekly, we have this rejection candle here that made price to fall down to this point, and this is where it is. All right, so let's go to daily. So 1 week is too far. All right, so this is the highest point on structure. Highest point, which can be considered as the external liquidity, which price is going to target to clear. Now, this is an external liquidity that price cleared. Normally, when an high is cleared, expect a reversal. How do you get your reversal? You are going to now go back in time to find a POI, a strong POI that is going to cause that reversal. You can catch the reversal. I've just given you another tip. You can catch the reversal if you want to trade. But if you're a newbie, don't try it. Trade according to the trend. Thank you. All right. So what do we have? This is okay. Price is currently at this point. Where is it rejecting off from? Okay, it's rejecting off of this other block here. Price targets liquidity zones. Time frames is fractal. What happens in whatever time frame happens in the other time frame, but your higher time frame still controls your lower time frame. So price move from internal to external, external to internal, internal to external, external to just moves like that. It's targeting liquidities. Right? So you as the smart trader, if you don't understand SMC, you have an opportunity to learn how to trade. If you want to do private mentorship, you've been seeing that. You follow me on social media. In case you are not seeing it, you can always chat me up. If you want private, fine. If you want general, fine. But the real deal is make sure you learn from the right source. All right. It's not a must you learn from. You want to learn somewhere else, fine. Fine and good, no problem. But make sure you are learning from the right source. Okay. Thank you. All right. So price is rejecting off of the other block. Yeah. And yeah, bounce off of this trend line, taking it out. Then we have this. Okay, we have this low. Let's scale down 4 hours. All right. So we have a sweep of the previous low. All right. So price taking out this internal low, come down, reject of this breaker right here, and also the other block, the higher time frame other block. So reject of this breaker. All right. External sweep, internal sweep, where at this point here. All right. So what information are we having? We have equal highs here. Now means that liquidity is sitting there. So what is price going to do? Price is going to target this high to clear it out. And if the sellers are present in this zone, if you are trading with support and resistance, it could actually make price react. But the liquidity is sitting here. And what's happening here? Liquidity swept, market structure shift, price pull back into the LBG sitting right here, and or a breaker block. All of them are sitting in a higher time frame order block. So price will tend to react massively. So what the price do? Price has created a higher high in this place. Now, what do we have? Price is rejecting off here, massive rejection. So we scale down to 1 hour time frame. All right, so let's continue. So we scale down to lower time frame. This is 1 hour. All right. So where's price now rejecting from? Okay. So we have a double break, clearing this breaker here, cleared this other breaker. All right. So where's price rejecting? It's rejecting from the breaker sitting here. Fine and good. So what's the entry time frame? 15 minutes or 30 minutes time frame? Okay, fantastic. The total soup done. All right. So and price is forming a Quasimodo. All right. So this is we have price has tapped into this Quasimodo pattern. So what do I expect price to do? I expect price to push higher. It's already pushing upward. So if we are going to buy immediately, for me, I'll not buy immediately. Why? Because market is going to open. I wait for retracement now because what are we having here? Having 41.0 pips stop loss is too wide for me. I'm not swing trading. The trading, except I'm swing trading. I could just once market open, I jump into the trade, have my SL somewhere around here. So we now have 51.0 pips. So I know I'm swing trading. But what is the reward? Does the reward make sense? It's risky because we don't know if price is going to clear out the liquidity sitting here. This is not a good trade to take. My what I'm targeting is this region here. I don't know if price is going to clear the liquidity sitting here. So what am I going to do? I'm looking to buy Euro USD, but I have to wait for retracement. I have to wait for retracement. So what's going to happen? If price open up with a breakout, I will look for a valid POI that has liquidity, then I enter. So that's it. So let's just say that price has not pushed up as high as this. I would have entered from the post model here. Then my this thing will be maybe here. So my pips, my SL will be 27.7 pips. So if I'm targeting this is a good risk to reward already. Yeah. So but I'll wait for retracement. So guys, observe this trade. All right. Put it in your watch list, observe it to get. I'm looking out for buy. So if market takes us out, fine, we're good. But we're waiting for entry as it is. I want to buy this in continuation. My analysis, what I'm seeing in the chart, market is buying. All right. So that's it for Euro USD. So let's go back to the next giveaway. Hope we got value already. Before we go into the next giveaway, I'm going to pick some questions. If you have any questions on as regards trading, please drop it. I think some of you have dropped question, but I can't find it. So many comments. Big DFS. Why do you come late? You're always active. One of my recent boys, you are doing well. Proud of you. One Bao Bia Victor, one of which I gave scholars, is always present. Fantastic boy. That's a boss. What is Quasimodo pattern you mentioned? Well, it's not Cosmodius. It is called Quasimodo. That is Quasimodo. So that's Quasimodo. Okay. So that's it. So is Quasimodo is a reversal pattern. Okay. It's a reversal pattern that I use. I can't be teaching that now. It's long. Okay. Someone is asking a question. uh, Don Dollar. I said, at what point did you stop focusing on winning trades and start focusing purely on execution? And how did that shift your results? More, this your question. You get below. Say, at what point did you stop focusing on winning trades? I focus on winning trade. One line focus on winning trade. I start okay, I'm purely on the execution. When you want to take your trades, your a winning trade, you pay attention to your execution. Where is your execution for your point of interest? All right, you make sure it's a high risk to the trade is a high risk to reward, and you don't get to trade like don't get to trade anyhow. All right, you take quality setups now. Like this Euro USD for me now. I'm going to say it's this Euro USD is a quality setup for me. All right, because price close at that point, I can't enter there. My SL will be wide. I'm not swing trading. I'm day trading. So I'll wait for a pullback for me to enter. And if a pullback doesn't happen, I'll let it go. I don't have to FOMO. FOMO means fear of missing out that this trade is going to you are going to miss out of this trade. You don't want to jump in. The process of jumping the market will not trap you. So don't fall into that place. Someone said, what does FBG mean? FBG means fair value gap. Okay. No, Finance said this right Cosmodo. Yes, that is it. Emmanuel said, boss, won't you analyze you XAUSD? Huh? CSAUSD, I'm not trading SAUSD. I'll be open with everybody. SAUSD shocked my money. When I think last week, it shocked my money very what it was SAUSD it's been going up, doing it now. Okay, so I just put XAUSD one side first. I'm trading on my face, all right. And so which time frame is best to trade? There is no best time frame to trade. What you have to integrate in your trading is top-down analysis, that you're using a higher time frame to decide your directional bias, then lower time frame to enter. There's no best time frame. All right. So what other question do we have? Please, Diamond said, please, sir, if I want to execute with 5 minutes, like what time frame did you recommend for me to look for a POI? POI means point of interest. Point of interest, you getting a POI means that you are using a lower time frame to enter. Right, but one thing is certain: make sure that your higher time frame POI is corresponding to your lower time frame POI. All right, and make sure when picking a POI that your POI has inducement that's been cleared. All right, don't enter into a POI that does not have inducement, because a POI that does not have inducement, that your POI will end up being the inducement. When I mean end up being inducement, you end up being the liquidity. All right. Okay. Brain Snack said, sir, please, how do you pick a valid POI? I just said it now. A valid POI is a POI that has an inducement present, and that inducement has been swept. And now make sure your POI is from a higher time frame. You scaling down to a lower time frame is to look for sniper entries. Right. So if you want to trade for long time to make good money for on the long run and not quick this thing. It all depends on your strategy anyway. So basically trade advanced MNSR. That is what they call advanced support and resistance. ABM, how do you call Malaysian support and resistance? So, you don't want to scalp with the V shape, A shape pattern, RBS, then SBR. So, they want to do those stuff. They want to scalp with that. Their choice. Strategy varies. You want to do CRT, total soup, and the rest using your CSID, model 1, model 2, model 3. It depends on how they want to take their trade. That is their own. You're trading SMC, you're trading ICT, you're trading price action. It all depends. All right. So that's just it. This is my last question. that I'm going to take for this segment. Don't you, when you don't spot the liquidity, you end up in liquid. Yes, yes, that's what I said. When you don't spot the liquidity, you end up in liquid. And not just spotting the liquidity. If you spot the liquidity, make sure that liquidity is cleared. All right. Okay, so as a boss, what time frame is best to spot OB before entry on lower time frame? Okay, like I said, your high time frame OB is valid. Like 31 hour, if you are day trading, 31 hour OB is valid. And make sure it corresponds to lower time frame OB. All right. Okay. All right. So I'll stop here. Let's go into the next giveaway. You guys don't dey drag this in. What's the time? 9:01. Now I drag me enter this one. It's not my fault. And I carry me enter here. So how many accounts have we given? Two, right? So it meant how many? Three. So on to the next. My next question is very simple. Then yeah, let's go. What mm, what makes, please pay attention. What makes two traders use the same strategy but get different results? I repeat, what makes two traders use the same strategy but get different results? So I said, boss, when are you buying your GLEMG 63 code? Soon, by the grace of God. It will happen. All right. So my answer is discipline. That's my answer. And with what I'm having here, who is the first person to drop discipline? Sorry, psychology. It's my answer here. Psychology. I want to make sure that it's the first person that drops psychology. All right. So look at this boy. This boy don't win giveaway again. Good family. Was the first person to drop psychology. Congratulations to you, good family. All right. So we go into the next one. And the next giveaway, I'm going to, okay, let's review the last market. Then I finish it up with the other two giveaways that we have. So good family, you're the person that drops psychology. This is the second time guys doing that. That's fast. That's nice. So we have one more market, GBP card, trading card, like that. I know some of you may have questions like, where's our GBP JPY? Where is it? Well, I don't have setup on GBP JPY. That's the next week. I don't have setup on it. So if I have set up during the week, I'll drop. If I have set up on BTC Gold, I'll drop. Okay. So that's it. You know what I trade? I trade day trade slash swing. I don't scalp. I don't trade scalping. I don't want it now. Give me an attack. I don't do scalping trades. Okay. So I do something that I'll trade with peace of mind. All right. So GBP card. So what do we have in GBP card? So this is daily. Where the market change direction. Here, that's MSS. We have equal highs here. So which led to the change of overall change of character. All right. Okay. What's the closest liquidity to that PUR here? All right. This on daily. This is very important because now when you are targeting for TP, you just be amazed at how price does not get to your TP reverse. Like, what's going on? You don't know it's a higher time frame PUI that price entered. So these are the things, these are the reasons why we do top analysis. But I told you, common sense, your higher time frame zones, your higher time frame PUIs for supply and demand are very strong. They control the lower time frame. So if you go and buy into a supply zone of a higher time frame, it's likely going to dump you. Yes, it's most likely going to. So okay, look at this now. These are where I marked an interesting zone. Now, this is the initial change of character that we have here. Now, let's say I'm buying. Let's say I'm buying now. And where is my target? I'm targeting here. Then price bought up to this point, got to this place, and reverse it might be like, what's happening? What's happening? Did you check your higher time frame to know what's going on there? You didn't. That's why we go out to higher time frame to map things out. So if I'm going to start buying from, note we have not analyzed this market. I'm just giving instances. So if I'm going to buy this market, where I'll be looking out for to enter to take out profit to be inside this box here, because this is a very strong zone. I don't want anything that'll take my trade to my asset. If I'm swing trading this daily, if I hold this trade for daily, it's going to take a long while. All right, so let's continue our analysis. We'll be able to mark out place that price like going to reverse. So let's not forget this one. Some of you are not aware that the previous higher high is very valid than the current higher high. So this one, this zone, you see, this region is very fantastic. Now, what do we have in GBP card? Where's price reacting from? There was liquidity sitting here, stop losses of people were sitting here. That's people trading support and resistance, and it got taken out. Taken out where? And where did it now tap into? It tap. What is the other block on this higher time frame? The other block, higher time frame is this. So this is where price is reacting from, right? And he entered into a higher time frame, a lower time frame view about coming. Let's analyze. Let's break it further. So let's look at something very close. There is a rejection here. Liquidity is sitting at this top. All right. So where is this liquidity reacting from? We check what's going on here. Okay, it's reacting from another block, like a supply zone. That's where it's reacting from. Okay. All right. So let's continue. We go to 4 hours. So the other block of the daily, we refine. So we refine into the 4 hours of that block. So that's the 4 hours of that block. Now, so let's work with the informations we have here. Price was making series of lower highs and lower lows, right? This is lower high, lower high, lower high. Then price took out this. Now, as price took out this, what is the sweep we have there? We have a sweep before a change of character, which can also be called the market structure shift. Now, price built up trendline liquidity, pulled into this zone, then push up what? All right. So what is the point? Now, this is a reversal pattern that has that a Cosmodo reversal pattern. So what are we expected to do at this point? We focus on what? Where did this reject from? Okay, didn't reject from okay, rejected from a breaker here. So this is the reversal pattern. Everything that happened here, I'll map it out. This is the reversal pattern. So what are we doing? Looking for opportunities to buy. This for our a break of structure. This is where market is currently at. So let's scale lower to see if a liquidity is present. Okay, so we have a present liquidity. Present liquidity. Where is price rejecting from on 1 hour? So price currently rejecting from a 1 hour order block here. So 15 minutes. Hope I don't have anything on my chart displayed on my screen. Okay, I don't have it. At this, I said, good family. Good family. If you don't do finish, we get scores to settle. At least one of your accounts supposed reach my hand. Very funny. Funny. All right. Okay, back to the chat. It's the last one I review it. Then we now give the rest of the account. So you're not spending much time. It's you guys that drag me enter 9 o'clock plus. But just you are getting value, guys. Just you are getting value. If I'm mentioning some things that are confusing to you, well, I can say what I can say to you is I don't know your level of trading, but if you want to learn more things that you haven't learned for, you can always apply to learn. All right. Knowledge not the finish. Okay. Please don't confuse knowledge with accumulation of strategy. Thank God I remember this. I wanted to speak of it. When I mean accumulation of strategy, you don't jump from strategy to strategy. If you feel like a strategy did not work this certain period, you want to learn that. And I'm very certain because I for me as a mentor, I understand a lot of strategies because I choose to, but I have what I used to trade. I choose to, if you're not a mentor, there's no point learning every strategies and stuff. And you just confuse your brain. I'm telling you, for me, I understand a lot of strategies because but doesn't mean I use all the strategies to trade. I'm not stupid. I use what works for me. All right. So what do you do? Seeking knowledge is different from learning other strategies. Okay. Now, when I mean seeking knowledge, you might know some certain things in SMC, but do you know there are some deeper things there? You might know some certain things in support and resistance. Do you know there's advanced support and resistance? So these are the things I'm talking about. Seeking for more knowledge is different from saying you're learning different strategies. Different strategies will confuse you. Trust me, because when you're learning a new strategy, you are starting afresh. The one you built over a certain period and you're not feeling like it's not working again. Trust me, it's working. It's working. Maybe you're an SMC trader or so. You notice this past month or even this week, it's as if your strategy doing the work. I made sure a post on that. Yeah, a valid PI is getting mitigated and so. See, let me tell you, forget those noise you see on Twitter. That you see some people posting their entries and so. Let me tell you, I've made a post of something that make sure your trading views correspond with your MetaTrader. Don't be profitable on trading view and be chopping loss on your MetaTrader. Don't do that. Don't be that trader. Okay. So those people you see on Twitter, I'll tell you, many of them, they're just supposed to woo you. See what's going on with one of the mentors that's on Twitter. I'm not going to mention name, all right? I don't want any dragging. I'm not dragging anybody. They just expose the person. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's well. Let me just my point is don't get carried away if you see people posting this. Do you know there's to edit MetaTrader 5 charts? Do you know there's to edit MetaTrader 5 withdrawals and the rest? People used to I don't know how to do that. People used to do all broker editing and so a major broker, I'm not going to mention a major broker, they do the editing. Even the broker allows it, and that's madness. When I heard of it, I was like, are you who's this? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, who are you fooling? You're fooling a lot of people to come and blow account. Doesn't make sense. Well, please don't get carried away by what you see on Twitter or whatever. This one flipped the $100 to $1,000. I'm not saying it's not possible and so, but don't allow it get to your chest like you're failing in life. No, don't do that. Do the right thing, be consistent, be disciplined, follow the right structure, learn the right way, keep applying, get close to your mentor. All right, let him advise, let it carry you on. Okay, so that's it. Let's continue. GBP card. Now price is reacting. Okay, this 15 minutes, and what do we have here? Price rejecting from this place. Then external, we have external liquidity that was taken out. Let's say a bigger break of structure. So we have another break of structure. Then another break of structure. I'm not going to expose some certain things. I'll reserve it for special mentees, people that are still going to, apply for mentorship or people that are already training. All right. So there's a reason why I map out these three zones. All right. So all these levels taken out, what do we now have? We refine further. Now, this is the other block, tiniest other block sitting right here. So what is the next line of action? Next line of action, I'm looking to buy this trade. Price has rejected triple times in this place. So I want to buy. Please and please, I do. This is not what we're analyzing here is not a guarantee that it's going to work. Okay, so that's why it's important that you apply proper risk management. I always say this in my life because I don't control the market. No trader controls the market. Okay, we are not the banks. We are retail traders. Retail traders don't control the market. So we speculate if it's a guarantee that GBB card is going to buy. What is the point of using stop loss? There is no point. We just say when market open, buy GBP card, no stop loss. If we are controlling the market, but we don't control the market. We trade according to the footprint of the bank. We trade alongside with them. All right. If you are trading the bank strategy, so it's not a guarantee. That's why we are applying for risk management. If it's a guarantee, this is how our entry will be, guys. I hope you guys are saying this. This is going to be only reward, no risks. Only reward. Say, once market open 10 o'clock, come on, knock out better or GBP, let's load and make go our direction. This is how our trade is going to be. Zero stop loss. But because we don't control the market, we have to apply our risk management. If so, in this trade, inducement is present, which is fantastic. Price cleared it, cleared a lot of breakers, then is reacting off of the other block sitting here. So I expect it to still to push higher, clearing the entire liquidity sitting where here. There's a liquidity build up here, trend line liquidity build up. So to clear everything, this is my entry. If price goes south, that is takes us out of this trade when it happens. Well, what will make this buy invalid? All right, will make this buy movement invalid is if price comes here to clear this entire place, but hardly because we already have a sweep here. There's a sweep here, which gave us more reasons that price is still likely going to continue. But just in case price comes down to this level here, know that our bias has been invalidated. Just you guys are getting value. As usual, I'll wait for market to open before I took it. So let's go to 5 minutes. Let's see what's happening there. Okay, price rejecting off of this little resistance here. Would the market when market open, is it going to break off of this resistance here? What do I mean by resistance? This is a resistance here, a small one. We reacting. So is it going to break above or come down to pick a point of interest before pushing upward? That we don't know. We have to wait for market to open. Why do we always have to wait for market to open? Because market can open in gap. Market can decide to start buying from here. It may even start buying from here. At this point, you don't know where it's going. So that's why we have to wait for market to open. Set to then we find our entry. That's gone are the days when we used to jump into trade like that. Why? Market is is evolving. When we started trading, those of you that have been following me, market review like we dey enter trade now. From here, as market has not open, once it is 10, you go open now. Open, you go buy the trade, go hold am down till the next day. But there's a shift. Gaps are being opened in the market. What do we have to do? We wait for market to settle. Then if you are a night worker, 12:01, you can look for entries to enter 2 a.m., 3 a.m., depending on your time zone. See trade. For me, my Sunday sleep is sweet to me. I don't stay up till like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for Sunday. I just allow market trade set to them. Monday, I look for entry. If I don't see Tuesday, I continue. That's it. No stress, no mess. If you force a trade, you will force your loss. Your loss will come out. So that is it, guys. Just without value. All right. Someone is asking a question. Sir, after basic knowledge, what knowledge do I need the most? You need intermediate and advanced knowledge. Right? Intermediate and advanced knowledge. Right. So FS Media Academy is still open by the grace of God, and I'm still teaching now. All right. I'm still teaching. So take advantage of the opportunity. I made mention to one of my parents. I'm going to stop teaching Forex. I know I've said this last year, but I'm working on some certain things that will enable me not to be teaching again. I won't go live. This life you're enjoying, I won't go live again. I'll be doing some other things. Other things I may still forex, but not. I'll not be teaching. I will not go in live. Right. So you have opportunities to learn. If you want to learn one on one, fine. If you want to join general class, fine. There are fees that are attached to them. They are not free. Okay. They are just commitment fees because we are going to pay to learn forex. I'm going to charge you a lot of money. Trust me, around 5 million or 10 million, depending on what you're going for, or even 2 million, just depends. But whatever you're being charged is just for commitment. Some of you know gospel now. Gospel, it may be in this life, because it may be in this life, it may not be. You used to join once in a while. Gospel is doing very well. So maybe last week, this past week, yeah, I saw one of his trade. He flipped 1 million to 13 million naira. How much the gospel pay for mentorship that? You don't want to know. You don't want to know. It's ridiculous because you can't call it a payment. It's not payment, it's just a commitment fee. And how much did he send for me to buy water? He sent 100K for me to buy bottle water, which I posted last year. So I just use it as an example, but it's one that I can remember now. And so whatever you pay to learn is not you're not the value of what you are getting is not about the money that you pay. Your money can't contain it. All right. Your money can't contain it. There are two ways to this thing. Two ways I teach you. You have to do your own part to master the experience. Don Dollar said he paid 10K. I still remember. That's why I say it's ridiculous. 10,000 naira. What? That's crazy. 10,000 naira. But look at this past week, he did 1 million to 13 million. So how much is 10,000? Now, if he didn't cross through the first day, how does he want to be good? Did this with the knowledge he got, did he remain there? No, he still kept on improving, kept on improving. That's good. You improve, you get better in your trading. And that's it. Go to TikTok, you will see who helped you to make your first 1 million naira. You will hear FX Media made it to make his first 1 million. And it's been from glory to glory. Right there. All right, guys. So I just say let me share some things that will inspire you guys. So let's go wrap it up with the two giveaways that we have. Um, all right, so this I'm going to give on a random, then the last one I will ask for is this question. So this giveaway, those of you that have won giveaway and keeping close attention to you, don't blow this account. Don't blow it. By the time I review the one I gave last month, and there is no there's no quality results, I'm going to stop the giveaway. I'll not give anything again. We'll just continue on our normal life, going live. And if the live stream reduce because of no account, then right now there's a problem. I'll just cancel the live stream. Everybody goes their separate ways. All right. So on a random, which comment has impressed so far? Which comment has? I'm just going to look. Noble says, "Sir, explain how you took the GPP JPY." How you took JPY? You took last 2 weeks. Okay, let me see. These are people that are following, and that's amazing. Last 2 weeks, that's amazing. That die hard fans. That's good. Okay, I think it's this one is talking about. Should be this trade. Because the next trade on GBJPY that I had, I missed. It didn't trigger. This was it. Please be following my WhatsApp social media platform. You get value. In as much you'll be laughing, you'll be seeing cruise. I used to play a lot. So you also get value on some certain things. So this was the trade I was talking about. Hmm. All right. First of all, structure. Structures are usually in line with um, structures are usually in line with the fundamentals. All right. So what do I have? Very simple. Price has been overbought. Okay. As price has been overbought, what do I now have? Um, I had a proper this thing, a proper break of structure here. This is where it actually started from. Yeah. This let's look at this. Sometimes I don't mark everything. My eyes, I just see it. You get so this was our break of structure. The price came here to change direction. So I'll say this is our MSS. It broke down, tested, and done. Now giving us another break of structure. We have a double break of structure, double break of structure one, break of structure two. Where's our inducement? Here, the inducement. This candle. Now our inducement did not mitigate our breaker sitting here. So price range, build up liquidity, return back to that zone, return back and trigger the PUI here, which is the breaker, and price sold. But it was supposed to go lower. Then it came back to retest that zone and it dumped. So I already knew that it was going to dump because there's for me, I already saw a proper market structure shift. Then price broke structure aggressively, breaking two breakers downward. Then accumulation started happening. If you know AMD, accumulation, manipulation, then distribution. So price accumulated like this. Then where did manipulation come? The manipulation come in to clear the inducement here and trigger the PUI. Then it sold. It was supposed to start going down, but the reason why market come up to this point is to trick people who can't hold trade. But this was why I actually caught it, not here. So it came there again. I say, we already have our AMD accumulation, then we have manipulation here, then distribution now comes in. Okay, our good. So that was how I actually took the trade. So if you are wondering why did I put my TP here? Well, there's a liquidity build up here on the trend line. I expected price to reverse from this level, and it actually did. This level here is an interesting PUI here. Now, if you are trading breakout and a test, this is it, but it's still manipulated to go down. So that's why it's still okay to attach SMC to your trading. Quality one, not the one you learn on YouTube. YouTube will not dribble you, the SMC there. So I just put my TP here and not inside here. You know how I advise because price can decide to start reversing at any point. So I just put it on the safe zone. And we're good. If I tell you that because of this JPY, I've been able to still be in profit, but not too much, but I'm still able to be in profit because the money that was made there is crazy. So back and forth that we had this past week, I was still in profit. So that's why no matter how you trade, make sure you are applying proper risk management. It's very important. No matter who is dropping signal, who you are following up. So make sure you are trading the right. You're trading with proper risk management. Okay. Hope you got value. All right. Victor mapped out the market review today. A market review today, USJPY looking for sell, EUJPY, USD, Euro USD looking for buys, GBJPY, GBP card looking. All right. So thank you for that highlight. All right. Someone asked a question. He said, "Boss, I have gone through class before and I have my certificate from FX Media, but my trading is still shaking. Can I say apply for another class?" Your situation might not be another class. It depends. Maybe you didn't apply proper what you were taught, or I don't know. So what you should do now is just send me a message. Let's review whether you need another class or not. So let's review it. If it's about the money of mentorship, or so, I'll tell you straight up, you need another class. No. But let's review it. It could be, let's review what the problem is, because you said you already gone through the class, you've gotten your certificate. So let's review your situation together. So send me a message. So if it's that you need another class, I'll tell you. If it's that there's something wrong, I'll just point out one or two things in your trading, then that solves it. Then we're good. You carry on and you get better. That's it. So just send me a message after the live. If I don't answer you tonight, just relax. Tomorrow I should be able to answer. Okay. Okay, Noble Z. It is Sheriff. Okay, I remember Sheriff. Justice Sendio said, please, I have a 10K life funded account, but the XAU order affected my account and it's sitting at 9,500. Please help me. I don't want to lose it. Want me to help you? Are you trading a 10 trade account? That's it. Just if you are trading, well, you can send me a message. You guys know I trade with 10 trade. I promote 10 trade. My community use 10 trade. So if you need any help as regards 10 trade, me, you're not paying anything. Many of you know when some are using 10 trade or whatever, you don't get to pay any. I buy charge you for anything in 10 trade service. So I'm not charging you. Signals are free. So I'm taking 10 trades using 10 trade account. Oh, we're good. If you're using something else, either use 10 trade or you pay. That's just it. It's for the community, okay, and not for outsiders. Mm. All right, Don Dollar said something. He said, I have a proven system that I've been using to trade and withdraw, but I'm still struggling with emotional consistency. Please, boss, how do you work on your emotions to become consistently profitable? Okay, all right, you have a proven system. That's a good one. Then your emotions, well, now you need to ask yourself, firstly, are you what are you doing to live your day-to-day life? Like what gives you money? You know, when I mean I'm not talking about wealth, as in what runs your day-to-day life, like what work do you do? Do you work? Let me just be like, do you work? Do you have something that gives you money already? If you have something that takes care of your day-to-day life, then fantastic. You learn, you proceed with your trading and develop yourself. But if you're focusing on forex to give you money without having anything you're doing, you're going to have problem. You struggle with emotions very well. Thirdly, you need to look at the lifestyles of traders who are driving Lambo, Benz, and the rest, or the ones that are not even driving, they're faking lifestyle. Are they influencing your decisions like God when that you are feeling bad for yourself? If that's the case, go and block all of them, because that thing can be an issue when you're seeing Lambo, Benz, account flips, and the rest. I can tell you many of them can be a lie. So don't like to influence your life. Don't be feeling that you can see it as a source of inspiration. Inspiration is different from depression. Some of you can see a post of withdrawals. Maybe I post 5 million naira withdrawal, 2 million, 1 million, and you're like, ah God. God, I don't like to view your first media post because whenever I post, my heart is skip. No, if you're in that position, bad place to be because to make you to be taking rubbish straight. If you are going to be seeing all those things, make sure you see it as inspiration, be inspired. All right. So those things can help you help you in your emotions. Okay. can help in your emotions. Then which other one can I? Do you have family pressures at home? Are your family looking at you to actually make money quickly from forex? If you have any pressures around you as regards making money, cut it off. Okay, just cut it off. But firstly, make sure that before you, if you want to focus on forex full time, make sure that you already have something that is taking care of your day to day, like that is be able to eat, do one or two things. That's the fastest way to even make money from trading. I'll give you an example now. Um, Imagine that I'm a painter now. I paint for a living. That is what I've been able to use to survive before I get into forex. Fantastic. So get into forex. I do not stop trade. I do not stop painting. I keep painting, but I will still continue learning my forex and getting better. That's the fastest way to be profitable. When you are doing the forex trading, you're trying to get better. Make sure you are doing it the right way and the right academy with the right mentor. Where you're gonna have problem is that you quit painting to focus on forex. Yeah, it's not as if you are not going to make it. You will make it, but you will struggle a lot. If you are doing the right thing, you will struggle. That's just it. All right. So someone said, I think this will help you out. When you set your limit or enter trade, just forget about it. Start helping. It now depends. You make sure you're applying proper risk management. So he said it's emotional. So I've you know said some things to you. And if there are other things you still need to discuss, you have my number. Send me a message. All right, so I'll stop here for so over to my next question. Fastest finger for the account giveaway. What improves accuracy over time? I've not asked that question before. What improves accuracy over time? Fastest finger, let's go. I'll check the news, Victor. I'll check it. What improves accuracy over time? Maybe by saying consistency. No, that's not the answer. The answer I have here is not consistency. Okay, nobody has gotten it. Quickly. What improves accuracy over time? Hmm. Okay, I think I'm seeing some answers, but they're relating to my answer, but no one has actually seen my answer. Now, back testing, correct, showing up every day. Yeah, the girl said something. I think I saw practice. Okay. Well, what I have here is experience. That's what I have. So the answers you gave are relating to experience. Gaining experience is showing up every day, practicing, back testing, they still fall in line. So I will just rule this out. I will do something else then. I'll rule it out. Do I have any other first question? Yeah. I'm not sure I have any. But let me come up with one quickly. Now, quick one. Fastest finger. What is Forex? Fastest finger. What is Forex? This words I've been trading. What is Forex? Who's going to give me a quick answer? What is Forex? All right. Congrats to Mystical. Was the first. He said foreign exchange. Thank you very much. You won the accounts. Foreign exchange. That's you. So send proof. Yeah. Make sure you register with promo code FS change and time change broker. Make sure you are trading with time change. So send all proof to me. So that's our second, our fourth, and then finally, I'll pick on a random. Finally. Before I pick on the round, I'd like to advise you, please. Like I said, it is the second quarter of the year, 2026. Don't give up on trading. If you have issues, challenges, you can reach out to me. You have my number. But when you're reaching out to me, don't send your family problem to me. When I'm family problem, don't, I'm speaking, is it theoretically? I've had the days to say. What I mean is, don't send me long episode. Summarize your problem. If you have one, then if I get to your name, I can answer. That is for people that may be struggling. I'm not saying everybody struggling. If you have issues, then I'll advise you on what to do. Okay, so please don't give up on Forest. Forest is profitable. If Forest is not profitable, I'll not be here showing up. I'll not be here teaching. But if it's not profitable, what am I teaching? Like, why am I showing up? Why am I taking? I should be watching film now or sleeping or something. If it's not, that's it. If it's not profitable, it's a waste of time. I will not be here. There will not be FX media. No, I'll not. I'll not just be here. That's just the thing. I'll not be here if it doesn't work. Okay, if it doesn't work, people will not be here listening to me, and people will not still watch the video. All right. My number. I've always given out my number. I'm going to type it out. Now let me put it. Oops. All right. So that's my number. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp. Don't call me. I don't want calls. That number is for texting on WhatsApp. Okay. You can just text me. So when you text me, tell me your name. All right. Then you can, please don't tell me the issue, your family problem, or you want to pay school fees. So don't send me all those messages. I don't need you to come and beg me. I don't need begging. Okay. If you beg me, I'll block you. I have my own problem too. All right. I have my own problem. There's no man that doesn't have problem. Please don't beg me to assist you with one money or assist you with one account. Please don't do that. We are talking based on forex. If you want to learn forex, you talk. You want any of the services, you talk. You want signal, fine. If you have a problem, you've been trading, maybe you graduated, you've been trading, or you're having issues here, or you don't understand this, you can share and summarize. Don't send me voice note summarizing your typing. It's easier for me to read than to listen to voice notes. Okay. All right, guys. So the final one I said I was going to give on a random. So on a random now, to summarize the giveaway, good to have everybody here. All right. All right. So on a random, I'm going to be giving my spirit leads Joshua. Joshua, yeah. Joshua. So that is the person I'm going to give it. So the people that have actually from the okay, I've not announced the first winner, right? I made a video recording of the first comment. It's on my phone. I will post it on WhatsApp. The first when I went live. So here is the recording on my phone. The first comment that dropped. So I'm going to post on WhatsApp as proof of the first person that that I saw his comment first. So I'll announce it. I'll announce, but I'll post it on my WhatsApp so you can see. So now you can see if I'm doing giveaway that I'm picking people that already know. No, it was when I went live. Okay, who is that person? Let me see. The first winner. So the winner, I think it's the first person. Okay, Isaac. Yeah. Isaac is the first person. Yeah. Isaac is the first person to jump. That's it. Okay, so let me put it for you guys. All right, so we are live. So what's the first comment? Okay, Isaac. Isaac is the first person to drop a comment. Okay, guys. So yeah, we're good. So that's the evidence for. All All right, guys. So we're going to stop here today. So if you are new to the channel, click the subscription button, turn notifications so you don't miss any other video from us. All right, guys. So that'll be all. I wish you guys a successful trading. All right. Thank you, guys. See you.